are the instructions for the bump game for TH at the end of words. It also has a instruction sheet that looks like this, as well as your written instructions. So they're very similar, but there might be a different idea on this instruction sheet as well. So just be aware of that. So to start off with, each game has two different color tokens. So you can have up to 2 players play this game at once. So obviously each player gets a different color token, and they turn them face down in front of them. And then this is the game board. To start the activity, the adult would just read out these words to the children. It's just a listening activity. The instructions say that there is a listening list, but there is not a listening list. You would just read off these words on here, and the children just listen as a listening activity. So then the game starts with putting the game board in front of the children. Then the first player, whoever's going first, picks up one of their tokens. Oh, it's mouth, so they say mouth. Depending upon what level they're working on, right? They might be saying just the word. They can do a 2-word phrase, my mouth. They might be doing a longer phrase like, I have mouth, or maybe they're making up a sentence with mouth. The mouth is big, or alligators have a big mouth. Whatever your sentence is, right? And they may need you to say a sentence first just to kind of get the idea, but then ideally we want them to be making up their own sentences about the picture. So they turn over their token, it's mouth. They put it down on the corresponding picture on the board. The next player goes. They pick up a token and it's moth. So again, whatever level the child is practicing at, that's what they say. They put their token on the board. But then what happens is if the other player, so with the mouth one, the child put down mouth, say the next player turned over mouth, they would then put their mouth on top of the first one and say, oh, I bumped your mouth. And then they would put theirs on and take the opponent's color. So the idea is to basically try to steal your opponent's color by bumping them off the board. And the instructions are written on this sheet if you forget what you're supposed to say. Basically, it's just like, I bumped your mouth. And that's a great expansion of how to work on the speech sounds in a repetitive sentence as well. So basically, you continue this way until all of the circles are on the game board or both players are out of circles, whatever happens first. So then the winner is the person with the most circles of the opposite color at the end of the game, because the idea is to get as many of your opponent's circles as you can. So I hope this makes sense, and if you have any questions, please reach out to your SLP.